And joining us now is Miss Carolyn. Carolyn, thank you so much for being with us. We just watched this amazing package. We saw your interaction with your beautiful family. Your daughter Dina called you a third parent. Now, I don't have to tell you how important that is, especially now, since all grandparents are really not acknowledged in that fashion. Is this common among your friends? Can they say the same thing?
I don't know how much time they actually spend with their grandchildren. I'm fortunate enough to live close to my daughter. Some of them are active every day. They're picking up the grandchildren from school, as I am. And one particular grandmother, she lost her daughter-in-law. She also is involved during the week, lives with them, and then goes back home on the weekend. So she does homework with them and, you know, everything, but I think their dad takes them to mass on Sundays.
Okay, and but you take it one step further. You have that faith-filled aspect of it in your interaction with your grandchildren. We were able to frame your life in a 2-minute package. Active grandparent, which obviously inspires, but we're dealing with preteens and young children here. What are the challenges?
Well, sometimes the preteens are involved with social media, because I know my granddaughter, the younger one, is not, but her friends are. And you see a lot of that. Some of them go to church, some of them don't go to church. The bullying aspect comes up sometimes with preteens. And the teens. My older granddaughter is still very much involved with going to church. She's on a retreat right now with her school. And I hope the retreat will further the religious aspect to the rest of the girls.
You have some grandchildren that you don't live close by.
True.
So how do you incorporate the faith in their lives? Is it more difficult?
Sometimes they call. In fact, 2 of them are making confirmation. The one lives in Bronxville and the other one who lives in Floral Park in Long Island. And they call and we compare notes on CCD programs. And Nana or Grandma, which they both call me, what is your class up to? Because I teach 4th grade now.
Okay.
And they ask me, what did you do when you had the 6th grade, et cetera, et cetera. So I tell them. So I guess somehow I inspired them enough for both of them have asked me to be their sponsors for confirmation.
Carolyn, Pope Francis is very upfront about the importance of grandparents, which I'm sure you appreciate, but not just with grandchildren, literally as the foundation of a family. Do you think the Catholic Church is doing enough to drive that point home?
I think they can be in the future. Right now they're starting. I think if there's some family masses and grandparents are invited to come along, parents and grandparents, they can influence their grandchildren to go. And he would also, I did read some things in the tablet about he considers grandparents essential in family life.
What advice would you give to other grandparents who might be hesitant to talk to their grandkids about the faith, who feel like they can't really engage with them because of things like social media? You have about 30 seconds. So what's your best advice?
Okay, I say go for it. Speak to your grandchildren. Ask them if they're going to church. And if they're not, why not? Or maybe I can come out for a weekend and I'll take you to church with me and we'll go. Or tell me something that you're learning in school about your religious classes.
Carolyn, more grandparents like you. Thank you so much for joining us. It has been an extreme pleasure.
Thank you.
And you dropped some very important jewels. I really appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you very much, Liz.